gentlemen, I'd like to dedicate this audio version on the video platform. It's coming to you on the 5th day of March 2025. Excuse me, the 6th day of March 2025. Tomorrow will be the 7th. This comes out for your consumption on YouTube. I listened to a few of this gentleman's videos. Desert Drifter. He passed away at a very young age. And on behalf, I dedicate. I was listening to his last video, matter of fact. He was going to go to Utah, and he said, "Good Lord willing." Opened the big book, and he went home, got in a car accident. So shout out to his wife, and saw it also on MSN. It's good shit. Didn't overedit it, but did a lot in the desert. This is for him. Like I said, one more or less YouTuber I got to deal with, but it's unfortunate to say that, but it's the way it works. God rest his soul. Shout out to his wife and his family out there. They took him off the ventilator and sent him home. But coming back and got in a car accident. But welcome to Fear-mongering Radio. My name is Jeff. Commercial, music-free, sponsor-free, e-begging, both on the Adventure Channel. And also here on the audio, we put some videos up as well. We spread fear and cheer throughout the world, domestic and abroad, as they say. I have some troll coming in using my phrases. I appreciate, read, travel media. Yes. Would you shower the shower of Penn State? You are your choices in life. You always talk about, right? Appreciate him coming in and making those comments. Much appreciated. Here in Fear-mongering Radio, a little over $100. What do we have in the monetized? We have $170 in there right now in Spreaker. Just appreciate the gay, the grr, as I say. Yes, we got one over here saying lies recently. So we got some Aggie family, Massachusetts and Texas over there. Hell yeah, Cedar Hill, Texas. But if you're Fear-mongering Radio, let's go look. Where y'all come in. Life of Vibe, Miss Vicky, Mega Pig, and Poke. That's up to 17. Appreciate people that roll in. Sources that roll in. Spotify, like I said, they pay me. I appreciate Apple Podcasts. Give me that extra. I know if you're gonna do it, you appreciate it. Give me that star. I don't go on Faker Book. Put my link in. I earn it. Podtrack.com, iVox, Apple Core, be it iHeartRadio Network, Spreaker, Castbox, Podbean, and Chrome. All reported into my voice. Much appreciated. United States, Spain, Australia, United Kingdom, Canada, retaliating with the hunch. He backed down. Just cut off the fuel and the electricity. He hurt a little much, he said, the hunch, in a 99 rambling facility. The Canuck Canadian guy did real good back. They didn't ask this war. That's what you wish for. The hunch. Doesn't understand what they mean. The tariffs, he's too ignorant, far too arrogant. Who is a draft dodger, has never paid a day or paid anybody. Doesn't pay his bills for his ills. Rushki, Philippine, and Nigeria. United States, Minnesota, and Champlin. You're new in the building. Thank you, Champlin. Appreciate it. Washington, Seattle, Emerald City, Portland, Oregon, Idaho, a star. Phoenix, Nebraska, Omaha, twice. Grand Island, Wisconsin, Eau Claire, New York, Middle Island, not once, but twice. The city of barley shoved, not once, but twice. The reigning champs, the national fix, and the idiots beat the chicklets. Still going to get my $420 from the casino. Gonzales, Louisiana, and Texas. No, Florida, excuse me. Port Charlotte once. San Antonio, Antini, whatever the hell it is. New Jersey, Rum and Maid. Appreciate you guys rolling into the show. And Saving Trolls, Washington. Got that one already. Arizona, Phoenix. Appreciate everybody, wherever you're at, that comes in and says, hey, what the hell? My money from you is very simple. Very simple. Like it, dislike it, kiss my hiney, wherever it may be. That's my spanking. I always appreciate that stuff. Another beautiful day to be alive. My boss called me quarter 11. What's your next adventure? And I said, well, gotta go down and get lunch real quick in Burnsville. And he goes, I got something for you. We had snow on Wednesday. People can come in. People think I can go give them at their house. Like, listen, I'm not your taxi driver. You want me to pull? Cause I had a winch on this thing. They want me to pull people out. I went to this job. Like, I can't get in there. Kidding me? Bitch, please, bitch. I'm like, it's all right, I can't get in there. We'll have to just tell the rental place, which we put a lot of money into. We'll do it on Thursday. When we bring that thing back in, we need 2 more geeks to go down the stairs. But a lot of snow on Wednesday. People didn't come into work. I went in, shoveled, and did my daily duties. Delivered $38 an hour. You do what you got to do. We're on plowing. So would you guys get deported to Mexico, or you decided to hang up your behaviors? It was good for me. I ran the fuel out of the snapper, mow them down. So look out when we have white snow. Girls loved it Wednesday morning at 4:45, jumping around the snow like rabbits. Loved it. Virgin snow. I'm watching the Americas by Tom Hanks. And also my new addiction, The Hunting Party. Good stuff. But anyways, the reason I can speak English is because of the military and the armed forces who guard that wall, as they say in the movie, right? Few good men. 1 and 2, and like that guy said, we did storm those beaches with the Canucks too as well. To make sure we snap the necks of the crowds and free the Jews. On this Friday, as you're hearing this audio, forgotten war, don't ask me what we did there. Sacrificed 58,000 plus in Vietnam for very little. Could have been done in under 2 years, and went up there to Saigon and kicked some ass like they did in World War II. Balls the size of bad ovaries the size of oak trees. God bless the working class. Forget about them out there working for you guys, supporting you, living off the government. It's like Dave 25, douche. But they are the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchandise Culture, and much. Men and women blue, as they say, if you don't like a cop, please feel free to call a crackhead. They'll come and they'll get you. They'll take care of your problems. Don't misbehave and you won't have anybody pulling your young ass over. They don't want to pull you over to have a sexual contact. They want to making poor choices. You are your choices. You got who you run with in life. That's all there is to it. Make good choices. Would you shower? Would you shower in that shower of Penn State. Would not shower in that shower of Penn State. A young man was raped. We start burning churches to the ground. That's all we got to do. Burn them to the ground. They're crime scenes. Gene Hackman's house. Would you buy that house? Where they've been dead forever? All of a sudden, yeah, would you? I would not. But when it comes to sex, kids now, it's odd behavior, 21 or older, thank you very much. Put one of these on, women, because you will carry the groceries when he runs off as he pumps you full. The spring babies are being conceived. Yep. Already in colleges, dress has been dropped. Going on cruises, getting drunk, pumped you full. Missed your period. You have no idea who this guy is. Could be white or black child, you don't know. You want to have a child, go to colleges on the message board so you'll take care of the child. No questions asked. AIDS will kill you. Herpes will last forever. Gonorrhea, needle in the penis. Ouch. Ouch. Oh. Smashing gash, dental benam. Give him a thrill. Get on the pill. That's all we're ever asking. Thank you so much. Sick and tired of you getting pregnant. I have to pay for the children. It's old after a while. So please make good choices. Well, I say your choices in life. I mean, you are who you run with. I mean, you're out in a crummy spot right now because you've made poor choices. That's all there is to it. It sucks. Oh my God, Yeah, well, it was a poor choice. Now what do? Don't drink and drive. Call someone, murder someone. Grain Belt Beer, he has good brewskis here. Shell's Beer, cheap, down in New Ulm. Buy local. Plain and simple. Small business. Keep your money in your community. Should need a small business Saturday. You should know better than that, bitches. Not that tough. My orgasm is always first. That's why I retweet stuff all the time. And when I retweet stuff on Tweeter, Twatter, the X marks the spot. When I'm retweeting my link, it's about me, not you. My YouTube. My orgasm only. What do I say? I'd rather bang a house. A house a little more, I'd rather slut. I'd rather have a slut because they're a little more selective. Whores are just whatever, in the back seat of the car in Las Vegas. Sluts on the couch make love in the bed, but hoes will just whore around. Sluts are just a little more selective, so you can have some decor there when you're in Las Vegas. I know the Woo is there, hanging out. No one knows where to go. Might go to Japan. Who knows? Staying at a cheap hotel. Went to the People Hall of Fame. I'm happy for him. But those are public service announcement of myself and all the board members of Speculation Sports. Spec. Okay? That's all we're asking. I'll probably call the resident hater. I talked to him today. Let's talk an update on the haters and also what's his name out there. Oh, what the hell's his name again? What the hell's his name again now? Keep forgetting his name. You know what my problem is all of a sudden. Nomadic fanatic. I know that New York Dan is hanging out in the great state of Florida, and that Timmy actually went to the beach. Karl has been updating all the haters on his behavior, been making comments, calling all lies. Still believe New York Dan behind a green screen. Deniability is accountability, New York Dan. If you're going to bring it up and deny, that means your accountability to a green screen. I don't believe you leave the basement, the caregiver. I believe you're fake. I believe you're AI. Till I actually touch and fondle your body, I believe you're AI. And you're lying to all your fans. Boldface. Don't believe what you see on YouTube. Remember, it is not a lie just as long as you believe it to be the truth. You can quote that there, troll. So Nomadic Fanatic, right? The one number one fan does it, whatever, the voice, whatever. Did a video on Nomadic Fanatic, right? I follow him on this channel. Talked about him getting audited. I don't know if he talked about it. Look, I was telling Karl. That's just like a Blind Views will say things to all the white hats. So what that person's doing, and hey, I'm LLC'd. Anything I get from my uncle, I make on Fakerbook, I make on eBay. My recycling goes LLC, limited liability. And I can write it all off for charities. It doesn't go on my regular wage. Okay? So he or she's explaining that if he's not smart enough to LLC, and I guess I listened to the video, and that was all that was a pig and a poke. And tell people, hey, just like somebody on the Blind Views, that's the way I hear it. Rode hard, put away wet. I'm going to call BLM. Well, then put your name down there. Okay, who you are. When you're going to say your name, I'm going to call. People are going to call him on the BLM because he's what he's doing. That comes from Blind Views because he always says that stuff. He hints on that behavior. He likes to send his white hats out to do his dirty work. Like I've said, they were dealing drugs in my neighborhood, and I called my city, and I said, listen, tell her it was me. And she came marching down. It's too damn right I did. I will not. Just like people that run around their masks on, right? Yell out Hitler behaviors. Why don't you show in your face? What's wrong with you? Have some balls the size of basketballs. I was watching Hate Group one day, and this guy, it was funny. It was just they're in Baltimore or something like that. The lady was interviewing the people with the Ku Klux, right? And they didn't get along, the husband and wife, but then they found common ground, like-minded, and it was hatred. So they're in the basement of someone's house, putting together like pamphlets on the Ku Klux Klan. I'm like, really? And then another one of the guys in Baltimore, and he's dressed in his purple outfit. I'm like, oh my God, shoveling snow. It's just, it takes too much time to do that kind of behavior. It really does. And I talk about people, yes. Hate is a very strong word. That's why Jews were marching to ovens, and when people of color were hung from trees, and when women get raped. Okay, that's a very, very strong word to be using. And it's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Just like if you don't like two men having consensual sex, I get it. But $20 for me. As long as I'm drunk enough and use Vaseline, don't tell anybody. Don't videotape it. I'll deny it until I see the video on YouTube. And I'll say it's just like New York Dan. Fake news. Fake news, New York Dan. Fake news. But you can't watch two women grunt and groan and scream and squeal, because that's gay sex. Next time you're choking your chicken, one we in the room for me, and two women are going at it. 2 for 1 on you. Just remember what Uncle Cowboy said. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. But I saw that, and I'm like, So you're giving advice on him being IRS, right? Giving advice on what you should do. It was pretty epic. I'm like, because I guess he's first night in the bus. I saw that test. And I, of course, blind used one trick pony. Didn't take him very long. And I thought he was, another thing, it's a new supply chain inflation tax. Why the Trump tariff war do the new supply chain inflation tax? Why does he care? I mean, Lions Crew 1, he's a Canuck. He always worries about our government. He was wondering if they should, what's his name? The Mad Fanatic, if he should pardon him. Well, when he changed his name, it was like the song says, you know, you can't change your life by changing your name. Little Reefer Band, right? So he was talking about that, and I'm like, you know, he's obsessed with Karl and RV's obsessed with the young lady. What's this? Bunch of bees up in the trees here. Oh my goodness! Tree climbing skilled without fear of height and harvesting honey. The Como dragons are pretty bizarre to watch. They just eat like a goat. You know? It's like, oh my goodness. But I saw that video. And I told that to, what's the name? Dying Skittles. Flea market, and very sad phone call from my brother. Something must happen there. We don't care. But yeah, interesting to say the least with these videos. And I'm with the Sarasota Tim. Behavior going on. Karl has been keeping us abreast. All lies, we all know that. Talking about him, keeping everybody abreast what's going on. Oh, Karl. I wish what's him would come back. I gave him a follow on this channel. I gave him what's his name out there. But also another person I want to speak about. She got recommended to me about 3 weeks ago. And she's searching for employment at 59 years old. I sent her an email. I told her to talk about it. She, I don't know where she lives. I saw her video pop up where she went to Matt's. I've been there before. I drive by it all the time when I'm going to Minneapolis, slow walk it. I drive in the way in or something if I got to avoid 55 or whatever. I drove by the other day. And I sent her, I comment down below, and I'll put the word out for people. She's a beautiful young woman. I'd hire her tomorrow. Let's say at a warehouse. It was a clean warehouse. I need someone to come in every day and just, hey, stock the shelves. This isn't overly that bad. And pay her $20 an hour, $22 an hour. You know, and if she wants to work for 10 years, she can. Okay? I'd hire her tomorrow. She's like a nice lady. She could be the wonder huss. You can speak of that, the huss bitching about, I'll get to that in momentarily too as well, bitching about people going to her city because she gave out where she lived and people are going there destroying stuff. But anyways, I told her in an email, they're begging for school bus drivers here in town, and they'll let you get your Class B. Okay? They're like 23. I know the Eden Prairie School District are begging for drivers. A lot of times you can, if you work for a school bus, you be full-time, you can do like trips and stuff. Something like 20-some bucks an hour. My sister, who I said I didn't get along with her, died 888. Drove a school bus, picked up the kids. She was an assistant teacher, and she would teach them all, and then she'd bring them all back, pick up the next group. I think she did it for like 10 years and carried insurance for the family till the day she died. She loved it, man. You know, I know a couple people who drive school bus. There's also a lot of hotels in town. They're looking for for people to be shuttle drivers. I see at the airport all the time. You know, they make tips, good money. So there are. I mean, I get it, but I'd hire her tomorrow. Not because she's good looking, but she was talking about I listened to part of the video about how that AI goes through the application. That's too bad that does that. I mean, I was telling Karl, if I was to interview her tomorrow, I'd sit down with her and say, hey, you know, tell me about yourself, whatever else, and hey, do you like sports? You get to know the young lady. I want her to be loosey-goosey. I want her to be herself. I don't want this, you know, where you're going to be in 10 years, and tell about yourself, you know. How long have you lived in Minnesota? Do you have any sports you like? Just kind of get to know her. An application is everything. You bring them in, you talk to he or she. Eye contact, really nice. She's not going to say dude to you or something like that, but she seems like a nice lady. I'd hire her tomorrow. You know, try to get her a job. I was talking to Karl. I guess she worked for Walgreens, and some dude showed up to her place. I said, well, does that not surprise you? Does that not surprise you? That these idiots show up on women? I've told a story before about that lady who was on Blog Talk, and she used to sing songs, look in the camera, not really good looking, but 3 guys showed up at her job in Houston she was a nurse. I'm like, you know, I'll probably do that. And again, she's a good looking woman. The food's talking, it's moving, right? So guess what? I'm gonna go look for the food, and I want to touch the food, right, in person. She's a good-looking woman. She's all natural. There's nothing pretentious about the woman. And I'm sure not going to where she's at, but you know, the husses happen with her because she gave where she lived, and people come into her town. That one story I had to talk about when they saw a bunch of gay people out in Florida. She was a singer, and she was the last person in line. Shook her hand, then killed her. That was like the same weekend, the murder. She was all about signing autographs. What's his name? A rocker died here in town, Methodist Hospital. Badfinger, the last one he died. He was Minnesota by choice. He passed away. He'd always sign autographs. He died of type 2 diabetes. The last living legend of look it up, of Badfinger. He died at Methodist Hospital. I guess he always signed autographs for people. And whatever else. I'm more of a picture with if I see an athlete, very rarely. I mean, I saw Cal Ripken Jr. one time at the airport. Got a picture of the guy, gave me the bunny fingers. You know, I won Neil Broughton. You know, to me, it's more of a picture, a handshake, a conversation, more than an autograph. I don't need that. It doesn't last. I'd rather have the picture. It's more fun if I'm going to get one. Not much in that kind of behavior. But, yeah, there are jobs out there. But it depends where you're looking. And, you know, just her whole ordeal, I'm not surprised. But she can work for Amazon, but that's a go job, and they don't screw around. So there are, you know, you can work in retail if you want at Target and Walmart if you guess you really need to, but it's unfortunate. So I wish you well. I made a comment down below. I told her I'd do a show. I gave her my number. I'd love to have her come on the show and talk about it. I think she's a really sweet young lady. Because I did see her the day I went to the. Because she had car problems. I went to the RV show. She was going to go, I guess, but then she had problems. But she went anyways. But I'm going to the sports show next week, the 13th. Hopefully, I get off work and I like to do it when no one's there. That way, I can kind of walk around without me getting in my way. So, but let's see, 6 seasons. But no, it's too bad. So the Huss did a video. What was me? I listened to it because she's hard to listen to when she's doing her talk. She's like Daily Woo. She can just go. Okay, so go listen to it. When she moved to the desert, she tried to keep it on the low, and she bought the place got bought. It was a nice place, but the guy walked away from it and left all the stuff because there's no internet out there. I couldn't do it. Okay, it's hot, it's windy, it's unpredictable. I wouldn't do it. It's the last place I live where she's living. Okay, her and her sister. She actually said where her sister worked. I'm like, and I love her dearly. I want to see her be successful. I sent her a hat and a shirt a long time ago on some Earls, and I wish her all the luck in the world. But I have said before, and I've told her in the emails, you got to stop sharing personal information. So she did a video and walking around on the highway. I get it. That she's trying to have walk the even line, and she, in her city, they asked her one time. I don't remember the video. I think she was the chief. They needed a fire chief, so they asked her for her poll to put out the word they need a fire chief for her city. So they can't do their own effing. So they asked her, well, you can't both ways. So she's raised money for the city. She's raised money for the fire department. A lot of YouTubers went there a couple years ago one time. A lot of them did some videos on it. I remember that one guy from California, happened to see it walk up. What's name went there? Sidetrack Adventures went there. Wandering Gypsy has gone there. So the town has kind of gotten, and I saw it one time in the top 10 small getaway towns was her town. I saw it in a video one time. And a lot of people go there they go there for the quietness. So she's brought in from people there, and they're pissing off. There's some lady that was camping, I guess, in the wrong spot, and people were, and she did the hall pass. The signs are too small. I'm not buying that. So some lady, and they're trashing the place, because here's people who follow the young lady, people my age that are hippies, pot smokers, beer drinkers, and they don't really care. You know, they go to the what do you want to call that thing again? The Burning Man, which is a lot of money to go to. I looked up one day just about a couple of years ago. It's a lot of money to go. So I'm like, that's the way it goes, man. If they're told you to for the fire chief, I don't know what happened, but she's raised money, and I get it, young lady, you're all bummed out. That's the way she goes, man. I mean, it's just, you watch what you wish for when you give out information. People have came by her house a couple times. There's the mining guy next to her. The mining guy. They have walked around the building. I'd love to go to his mine. I'd go out. I'd knock on his door. If he's not there, leave a message. Hey, I'm in town for a couple days. Give me a call. I want to go to your mine. I'm not walking the whole house. You knock on the door, say, hey, man, your mine, can I do a tour today? But you don't walk on the whole house and knock on all the windows. People have knocked on her thing. But when you put you're a former nude model, which is not a big deal to me, and these people think they own your ass because you give you money, and they cruise around. When you start doing Patreon, they own you. Once people giving you money, it's ownership. Daily Woo used to have a Patreon, and people would bitch because he didn't do what they told him because they're paying him to go where they got to go. And I said before, it's just like if I had a tip sheet at a horse track, and I'm charging $1 a sheet. Well, people are going to expect something. I'm going to say, here's my thing. Use the coupons. But if you're paying for the information, if I had a website where you had to charge to go see it, just like these stupid, Blind Use has it, and so does Passing Through. They've got, you want to join as a membership. You're enriching YouTube. I don't have memberships here. There's nobody. I do have money I get for selling stuff. No one's giving me a damn thing. I get paid from Spreaker. Great. For the commercials. I get paid for the other job. On the YouTube Adventure channel. Because once they own you, once you give money, they own you. That's all there is to it. Just like The Hunch, Donald J. Okay, someone's got something on his young ass. But I saw that. Like I said, I love her dearly, and I want to see her be successful. I really, really do. I want to see her do as much as she can and make as much money as she can as possible. But when you give out your name and where you live, hey, 3 people came by my house. It didn't work out for 2 of them. It didn't work out. Okay? Don't like it so much. Okay? That's all I gotta say on that behavior. People don't get it until it's too late. It is what it is, and it is what it will be. But I just saw that. I'm like, way she goes, girlfriend. But anyways, oh wait a minute now. Okay. But yeah, and then obviously Desert Drifter, like I said, he passed away at a very young age, and it's a shame. I hate to see that go down the road. He's a hell of a nice man, and it's too bad. Car accident, head trauma, and good YouTuber, but a lot of people that wouldn't watch that because he's very easy on the ears. I've seen a few of his videos, and I don't think people understand that. So they really don't. Hang on a second. There's so many good. I'm gonna upload that Desert Drifter up on TikTok real quick. But it is what it is, man. Yahoo, because I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo. I did not have sexual relations. So we'll put this up on TikTok. Let me see here now. Hang on a second. Let's go over to digital. Let's go Wolf Moon. Let's see what that is. I'll go Bite a Whale. I like Bite a Whales. We'll put that up. There it goes. I love how this. Now they finally got smart, and they're I can download an MP4, so. But it is what it is. So there we go. Perfect tiki-taki. It's up. Just like that. So, yeah, it's too bad, Desert Drifter. God rest your soul. Like I said, it's one less YouTuber, but he did his videos were let's see here now. Let me see. Desert Drifter. Action update, okay. Yeah. 36 years old. I just listened to the Inside Edition. He's gotten some what happened to the Desert Drifter. It's too bad. Rest in peace. Yes. Car accident. Car accident. Very, very sad. Because he had 495,000 subs. When did he start? Wow, he joined November 24th, 2023. I'm shocked that he caught that much attention. That's good to see. I'm shocked that he would that many, but what is this hike to be found out? So his latest one was 560. He averaged 875,000. He was getting more than his subs, so that's good to see, man. That he was getting stuff out. So it's good to see. But he's a nice man. Cool as hell. Does have Patreon, I get it. Business inquiries, all other inquiries, Gmail. 58 videos. Share the channel. Let's share it on Twitter. It's too bad. See that the guy, out there working his hiney off. Good for him. But nothing lasts forever. But it's too bad. I hate to see that kind of happen. But couldn't work at the zoo. I had to bring him in my car by the end of the shift. Grifters Anonymous. He's been pretty good, man. He's been pretty good trolling. Morning. Another grifter on YouTube. This one could make Tim look, so that's morning. So she's kind of going the other direction with her too as well. I still can't believe that Dining Kittens is a me only fan. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for that kind of behavior. Not now, not ever. So whatever. But I guess every man has their demons, I guess, right? I noticed that Ice Ice Baby is now becoming to be the it song, because all of a sudden now it's like, hey, everyone's all excited about a man who stole the riff from Queen. Okay, Ice Ice Baby, good song, but he stole the riff. So it is what it is. Are motorhomes becoming the thing of the past? Yeah. Endless RV, yeah. No one cares about motorhomes anymore. No one cares. They're too big. Period. I wonder if I should call Karl. Should I call Karl? Karl. I'm coming for you, Karl. We'll see if the resident hater of Sarasota, Timmy, he just put a video up, so you better be around. Here I come, Tim. Tim Hater. Karl? We're coming for you. Too bad I can't get New York Dan on. New York Dan, call the show. Call the show. You have my phone number. Call the show. Call the show. No Karl. Usually, the hater is always available. Maybe he'll call into the show. Nope. Alabama Rolling 18-wheeler. That's a good band. They were a good band. Yeah. Let me see here now. Let's go over to Craigslist. See if I find this young lady a job. There should be something out there for her. Let's go look. Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Jobs, business and management, customer service, education, general labor, government, human resources, legal, paralegal, manufacturing. There are some good manufacturing JOBs out there. Entry-level warehouse position. We are currently looking for to hire a full-time, $18 to $20 an hour, first, second, third shift. Egan, $18 to $22 an hour. General labor associate. So, there it is right there. I said I'd hire her, man. If she wants to work, she wants to work. She gives me 10 years of her life, I'll take it. Entry level, Lionel Lakes, that's a long ways to go. Now you want to do that. Territory manager, Minneapolis. About us, manufacturing, biogradial, sediment control system using some job duties, answer customer inquiries, complaints, bachelor driver's license. Okay, work well with others. I don't work well with others. Just kidding. Folder operator, cutter, stitch operator, do that. Tool and die maker. Those make good money, but that's got to be a welder, fabricator. I love welding. Assembly production specialist near Apple Valley. Yeah. I think she said she's, hang on a second. Thin places. Thin crank. Did she say she was legal paralegal, legal assistant part-time? Of course, earn extra cash for opinions. Okay, yeah, she could give her opinion. We have interesting, easy way to earn cash. We're looking for a fair amount of people from the Hennepin County to participate in in-person legal jury. Projects included February, March, up to feedback and fact. Okay. Please go to questions. Parking and provide 20 cash for the insights. Okay, I'd do that. Hell yeah. South Dakota licensed attorney. No, there are jobs on here. What you want to do? You could be a security person, real estate, educational, accounting, finance, customer service, government. Where did I see transportation somewhere one time? Transport, diesel fleet mechanic, CDL, cars available, Uber, Lyft drivers, truck driver class B, pesky logistics, lease to purchase, flatbed driver, no, dump truck driver, pay depends on experience, hawking tree and landscaping. Yeah, see, if she got a class B, then she'd be dumped. They could make dump truck driver make damn good money. But once you get your class B, she can do that for about 6 months. Then she can go be a dump truck driver, make damn good money. See a lot of women doing that. Nothing wrong with that. Light duty technician, seeking carriers for a local. I don't know what flips her trigger. I don't know what flips that woman's trigger. So I don't know. But there are jobs. Delivered to DoorDash, that's, but, I'd hire her, man. I mean, there are jobs in here in the general labor, good with Amazon, but Amazon, they work you to the bone, so. Salon, spa, and fitness. I know she's a makeup person. Salon, chair rental, hairstyles wanted, massage therapist. I want to have my own and call it a happy ending. That'll be good. There's a massage room, assistant living hairstylist. Oh, okay. Egan. Job description: sells one to upscale senior location, 1 day per week. Will earn commission. Independent contractor must have manager's license and liability insurance. Okay. Hairstylist, barber, chair rental, fitness, personal trainer. I'll personal train your young ass. How to get a job, bitch? Bitch. Oh my goodness. But there are, there's JOBs, but I said there's a little manufacturing. There's plenty in here too. But assembler production near Apple Valley, now hiring now. Okay. Sherman Williams and a blending for the hiring. Tool and die maker. What is this? We're looking for a talented bench technician who will be responsible for repair and digital and analog and electronic assemblies to the component level. We'll repair electronic devices with a small company looking for self-motivation to join our team. Going to pay based on experience, test, troubleshoot, repair complex digital analog circuits down to the component level. That'd be fun. That'd be fun for me to do. That'd be fun. I could do that. But power supplies, etc. Maintain power inventory levels. Company need to repair assigned products. Please know this is a permanent position. Mental benefits are not offered at this time. I see. Okay, fine. It's in Fridley. So anyways, yeah, just kind of the Tim, I guess if I understand, New York Dan is stalking him. He's down in Florida. Good for him. It'd be great if he met him. It'd be hilarious as hell. I guess he played golf. I guess they didn't want to be video, but he did it anyways. T-Bucket was videotaping playing with him. So I mean, I don't know. I like playing golf, but I could not imagine playing with Timmy. So, but I don't understood why anybody would actually watch that guy. And I was telling someone, I said I could drive around Minneapolis, St. Paul every day. Just get up in the morning, go through downtown Hopkins and screw around and go have some coffee, go to McDonald's. I guess and people think that's so cool. I guess, man. I mean, the Daily Woo goes to Disney all the time. He goes back to his his city, which I don't know, I don't understand that. People think that's the greatest thing in the world, you know. No, he's in Las Vegas, but I don't understand it. But sometimes it's just, it is what it is. People just love that kind of behavior, I guess. Watching Sarasota sit in his, I think he's back at T-Bucket, so whatever all that relationship going on there. I know that Blind Views being trolled by me and also Grifters Anonymous. Oh, we got Karl's in the building. Well, thanks for calling the show.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. We're I'm recording here on Fear Mongering Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the lead information expert, the lead hater of Sarasota Tim. What brings you the show? What brings you the show?
Sarasota Tim's number one fan.
Right. So what's
He's just got something new to talk about tonight.
And what is that?
New York Dan went down and saw Ted and Jolene and actually talked with them.
Who are they?
They were the couple he lived with right before he went. I think before he went. No, he probably came back from his first trip out west, but before his second trip.
And what they have to say?
Ted said he's a bullshitter. He won't hurt Dan at all. He's the puppy dog. Said that, but he's a bullshitter. He said all you got to do is get him talking. He won't shut up.
So wow! So one of his friends talked to New York Dan. He's stalking. He's actually stalking Sarasota Tim. Huh?
Yeah, some could call it stalking. Some could just call it being a
big fan.
Sarasota Tim tourist. I don't know.
I don't know. It does. I love it. New York Dan. Morning. And when she thinks about Miss Vicky, she's got to be beside herself. The do-gooder.
But he didn't call not in his defense. He didn't call first. So it's like showing up at chick's work at what's that drugstore name?
Yeah, Walgreens. I just talked about that. The people show. I just talked about her. The 50s. I sent her. I said that they're begging for school bus drivers in this town. So I gave her.
So he did show up for calling, which is not cool. But they're all from New York, so they had lots to talk about with New York. And Ted is from New York. That island up that Long Island.
Yeah, Ted the Talking Head.
Yeah, Ted and New York Dan's on Long Island.
Okay.
I guess they went to the same high school and they were years apart, or they went to high schools that were like towns next door to each other.
So is he going to try to find the Sarasota Tim, or what's he going to do?
I think that's giving him confidence to go. I think that gives him a little confidence. And plus, Ted told him that he's a puppy dog. That just because he's got, he's not a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, he'd be epic to play golf with too. It'd be hilarious to play golf with Sarasota Tim. Just interview him. Say, listen, I have an adventure channel. I've been loving the haters. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. What do you think of the haters? I think that'd be a great interview,
They get a shitload of views, both sides.
Oh, yeah. It'd be funny. So what do you think? What do you think, Sarasota? I mean, we got Karl out there who's updating. You've got people talking about you. Why do you want people to strike these channels? These people are promoting you. That's how I tell the guy. Let the people talk about you. Don't strike their channels. They love you.
To be honest, the people that are striking them are going pretty hard on them.
Yeah. Well, that's so be it. People have gone
hard. Dan and me, we're just giving them shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're going hard at them.
Well, like I told you, I talked about the video before I called you, and we spoke on the phone today, and about that one about what's his name, Nomad Fanatic, and that video about him about going out and doing auditing him on his taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's giving them an idea. You know what I'm saying? To contact.
Yeah, that's kind of like you're not picking up the phone yourself.
Right.
You're kind of giving people that want to pick up the phone.
Correct. That's what he's doing. The same thing with Blind Views. I wonder what BLM will think about this. You know what I'm saying? Well, then why don't you call BLM yourself then?
Yeah.
And record the phone call.
Well, this is gonna get me, or like saying you're blind when you're only legally blind. That's gonna get me.
Who cares?
I'm crossing the line.
Well, this is back at the very end, so if someone brings that up, then guess what? Then we'll see. Yeah. That's why you say stuff in the last end of an audio, because then people will bring it up. So that means they're listening. I call that a plant.
Inciting a riot. He didn't. The same thing with Trump. He didn't tell him to go to the Capitol, but
he suggested
all worked up.
Yeah, he said, got them all worked up. Exactly. And then the tariffs going on with him, in Canada. It's supposed to just hurt a little bit. Just hurt a little bit. I'm going to beat you inch of your life, Karl, but the broken arm will only hurt for a little bit, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry, Karl. I'm going to beat you inch of your life, but don't worry about it, Karl. Just a little bit,
Or you're at high school and you get the crazy kid all worked up to tell him to pull the fire alarm.
Yeah, and they do. And then
the crazy kid pulled it. We had nothing to do with it.
And then they drop dime on you, and then your mother gets a phone call, and you get your ass whipped when you get home. I was just joking, Mom. Mom, I just keep Mom.
How'd we know he's going to be a nutbag and do that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it never hurts to ask, right?
So I hear you. There's two ways of like with Dan. He didn't call first and he talked to him and it all worked out, but he still showed up without an invitation or.
Oh God, you know that Blind Views will jump on that, and that morning she'll be the do-gooder. Shoot, Miss Vicky will probably go down there himself and give him a spanking. She will probably New York Dan. She will probably find him and scold him live on a show.
Yeah. I'm interested to see Blind Views' point of view on it.
He's been kind of quiet.
That'd be how he sees it.
Yep, that's how how he hears it. Remember, he can't see how he hears it. Rode hard, put away wet. Okay, Ace Frehley. That's how he hears it, not how he sees it.
Okay, I'll give you that one because you got the brother that's really blind and been blind for a long time.
Yeah, I think it was real like 3 weeks or 6 weeks. It was right after because he had cancer in his eyes. So they had to take them both out. So.
Yeah,
I've never heard him bitch before. He doesn't complain. So, but
most people have a disability when they're really young. By the time they get older, they don't complain about it.
Correct.
Because Blind View's got it later in life, so he knows the difference.
Right.
Like me with my left arm, I have no idea what it's like to have a normal left arm.
Right.
So I don't really know what I'm missing.
So we can
seeing other people.
We'll call you Lefty then, right?
Yeah. But it's just I think maybe you are a little bit more blessed if you get it from a young age.
Correct.
When you're old,
because you learn to live with it and you learn to adapt.
Yeah. And you don't really know the difference.
But I thought Blind Views, I thought he was wasn't going to talk about Timmy anymore. Remember? He swore him off.
Yeah, unless something big happened, and you could put this in the books as being something big. Mm-hmm. New York dance thing. That's
hilarious. That's how much did he get? Did he get a lot of views on the video?
Oh yeah, but if you look at it, we really don't know any more than what we already knew. We knew Tim's an idiot, and he filmed, and they probably didn't know what he was doing, and then they figured, they found out, and then like her, the city of someone complained to the city of Boynton Beach or wherever they live. I don't want people really going to find him because they want to be left alone.
Right.
I respect that. It's not their fault Sarasota 10 came in their life. But we all knew he's a bragger. He's filming stuff he shouldn't film, and then someone calls the city and says he's got people living full time in a trailer on their property, which is probably against code.
Correct. Oh yeah, they don't like that kind of behavior. They don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the city got involved and they said, "Hey, you can park a trailer here, but someone can't be living in it."
Correct. This isn't like Walmart. Like Blind View said, people, and I've heard this story before. These RVers overstay their welcome in Walmart because I had a very good friend of mine, Mr. Cashman, and he was moving to Arizona because he got his cripple insurance because his arm, right? He actually got it, and his wife was going to work, and this was like 3 years ago. I haven't spoke to him since. So on the way to Arizona, they stopped in a casino for 2 days in the parking lot, and they finally came out and said, "Hey, listen, you can't sit here," because they have cameras, right? Because they would go in and use the bathroom, and the dogs they had, I go, Cash, this is a casino. They don't want somebody in an RV sitting in the back with 2 dogs, walking in and using the bathroom, playing, putting $20 in a machine just because. I said, then leaving. I said, you're not Walmart. He couldn't understand that. They have every right to boot you.
If he was going in and gambling like $500 a day, they probably would have let him do whatever he wanted.
Right, but he would go in and use the bathroom, come back out again. So they would go in, they'd stay there for, I think, 2 nights or something. And then they're like, "Hey, wait a minute," I told them that. I said, these are casinos. They don't want this kind of behavior. It's not like Walmart that lets you stay there. And I think another one that does it. What's the other one? I think that restaurant does once in a while. You stay in their parking lot.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. But sometimes
I stayed in a Cracker Barrel overnight. I stayed in Walmart overnight.
Yeah, I get it.
I go in and spend money. We wake up and go to breakfast there.
Right, exactly. I heard somebody was an RVer talked about in a video. People were like stalking or walking, like kind of driving around their area, looking to see what's going on. So I get it. You want to what do they call it? There's a word they use for it. You're just staying someplace without paying. What the hell the word is? I know that Carolyn Review said it before. What the hell do they call it? But I get all the behavior. If I'm driving around this country, I'm going to stay at RV park and pay my way at a nice park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
amenable. If someone that's not so friendly to me says, "I'm in your town, I'd want to meet you," I'm like, I'd go meet him somewhere.
Correct.
But to just show up and catch me off guard just walking around, I wouldn't really care for that.
There was a guy, Edward James Hubbard. He's a legendary figure. And a guy he liked, I had listened to the guy, he liked some guy in Colorado. He lived, the YouTuber, I have no idea who he was, lived in Denver, and that's what he did his videos. The guy went to Denver for 2 weeks and walked around Colorado Denver till he finally found the guy. And Wonder Hussy, the same thing. In her city, some guy sat there for a whole week and waited till he found her in the city. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. Waiting for her to see her. It's just weird.
That's not cool. It's so I have to. I love New York there, but it wasn't really cool. Maybe you could have tried to find their phone number or something to call them.
Right.
Rather than
if I want to meet Wonder Hussy, I'd send him an email. Hey, Wonder Hussy, I'm coming through your town in 2 weeks. Are you going to be around? You know what I'm saying?
And then he did kind of talk to the neighbors, so it is stalkery.
It is. That's stalking. That's stalking.
Yeah, but if you know New York Dan, he's just kind of a weird, quirky dude.
Yeah, he is. Hey, that's what he wants to do. That's fine. He's a grown man. He's a grown man.
So anybody that wants to come down on whichever side, I can see their point of view.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it's just hilarious. Good old New York Dan. Stalking. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. I should watch it.
Yeah, the one with him and Ted. It's cool. He tells you how it all went down, and he wanted to pay him to go on camera with him, but they don't want his money. And he offered to buy him dinner, for talking to him and stuff. So that's more than Tim would do.
Well, I told New York Dan to go to the gingerbread house in Brooklyn. I told him to go there. The gingerbread house. It's pretty cool. I went there with my friend Ted the Talking Head a long time ago. Man, I told him to go there one time. It's a cool house. You look it up. It just sold for a lot of money. But I get it. That's pretty hilarious. Good old New York Dan.
I wouldn't mind going to the New York Open again, or not the U.S. Open again. That was cool. That's in Queens. So that's
New York. There's a lot to see. New York. There's a ton to see. You could video there for 2 years. There's a ton to see in New York. If you ever go there again, my favorite restaurant to eat is Junior's Restaurant. It's in Times Square there. It's a great.
Okay.
They have the best cheesecake. It's well known. Cheesecake is well known, and they also have the triple. I call it barbecue chicken, beef, and shrimp. It's a really good meal. I sit at the bar. It's a great restaurant. Then you get on Restaurant Row, and you go over there to the what do you want to call it? The what's the word here? I'm trying to think. The aircraft carrier. You go on that. The Nimitz, I think it is. You go on that.
Okay.
That's fun. You go on that, and then you can also go on the submarine. So you can walk through the submarine. That's cool. The nuclear sub.
Oh, cool. They let you do that?
Yeah, because it's sitting there in port, and then you walk through it. She didn't want to go into it, but you walk through it, and the restaurant, I mean, the kitchen is still there. It's literally, they just took it out of commission because it was outdated. So it's really cool.
Oh, it's not active.
No, it's inactive. So you walk through that. So you walk through the kitchen, everything, and then you go on the Nimitz. I think it is. They have airplanes upstairs, and some guy who Lego. He made a big Lego version of the aircraft carrier, and the nose of it's really cool. But you walk around, you see the kitchen. Because there's another one, I think, down in Alabama. Down there is one in Alabama, and there's one on San Francisco aircraft carrier. They're fun to walk, but on top of the aircraft carrier, they have the shuttle up there. They had airplanes up there. Me and Ted went there.
I'm pretty sure I went to the one in Alabama with my dad.
I do want to go there. I mean, I love aircraft. I mean,
we went on a ship that was on the East Coast somewhere.
Well, we went
was out of commission. I thought it was a battleship.
Was it Wisconsin?
That's a long time ago. But
we were on the Wisconsin.
I don't remember being an aircraft carrier. It might have been an aircraft carrier.
Well, we were on the Wisconsin. That's in the hell is that, Virginia? When we went to Virginia Beach, you go. I think it's Virginia Beach. I can't remember what the hell was that. I think Virginia Beach.
It was probably Virginia that we.
Yeah, because
I don't think we weren't in Alabama.
Because we went down. The videos on my Venture channel. I did like 5 videos walking. It was really cool. You know, you go downstairs in the kitchen and the lockers and see how the guys ate and the whole 9 yards. Very cool. But best the submarines. Those are just goofy. I saw a video on that one time where a guy was
submarines. We went to the one in Chicago.
Yeah,
the U-boat in Chicago.
Yeah. There was 32. The guy makes $32,000 a year to be a cook in a submarine. Like, oh my god. Just sit in a sub. Yeah. I don't know about that.
You get the best food in the whole Navy.
I know.
You give the submariners the best food.
I know. It was pretty interesting. But that's pretty good information. So today you talked about Tim. You said he went to the beach, huh?
Yeah, he went to Clearwater. I don't know why he would drive across that bridge to go to Clearwater.
We've been to Clearwater. It's nice. It's fun to go there, but we were there when it was off season.
But he only stayed for 2 hours, so what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? It's a cool bridge. That's a cool bridge. It's a cool bridge to go and drive across. It's really cool because we went
underneath it on our cruise.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we left Tampa and went to Cancun.
We went to St. Peter. That's a great and Treasure Island. That's a great beaches down there. Those are really easy going. So the mini putting in that area where he lives was kind of fun.
Well, I was just thinking because our Allegiant Airlines up here, it has a direct flight to Point. I'm going to say it wrong because I don't know, but it's Punta Gorda. Mm-hmm. And that's just south of where Tim lives.
Yeah, because Clearwater is a family kind of style. If you go like after school gets in, like in September, it's not so crowded. Like Virginia Beach is really fun to go to. Either you go in May or you go in September when all the kids are not around, and it's still nice and there's not a lot of people. I don't hate kids, but when you have just a shitload of families, it's just the restaurants are full. You know what I'm saying? But Virginia Beach is fun.
Well, it's just when there's a bunch of kids around, it's just loud.
Yeah, they're screaming. They're home. It's like on cruise ships when you go like in April. After everyone goes, it's not that bad. I mean, we're going to go out of Puerto Rico in 2026 with Ted, and there's less kids in that time, and because it's mainly people go to Florida ports with the kids, like Disney. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I get it, man.
I hear you.
But the bigger ships you have, the less you're going to see. So. I love giving Dan crap while going cruises by himself. I love giving him crap.
I don't get it, but if it works for him, it works for him.
unless you're single and want to get laid, I get it. But I mean, it's fun to go with somebody. It really is, because
even if I was single now, I don't think I'd want to do that.
Right.
Unless it was a single, I was trying to meet somebody. I guess.
Correct. Well, they have some good cruises
just
now.
going by myself, I don't think I'd have. I don't know. I guess I'd have fun because it's a cruise.
Well, they have rock and roll cruises. They have jogging cruises now. They have all kinds of stuff now.
Of course, he likes karaoke.
Yeah.
I'm not a karaoke
God,
person.
karaoke. That's a waste. That's a waste of good suffering. I was up at Archie's bar. It's something else now. One time, and it was winter time. I stopped in to kind of warm up and have a hot chocolate, and some guy was singing "Take It Easy" by the Eagles. Had his eyes closed. He was all serious. I'm like, you really suck. He's like trying to sing. His eyes closed, like he was really serious. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like,
I know. You think karaoke would be for people who can sing good?
Yeah, people can't.
Karaoke is usually people that don't sing.
They get drunk and they think they can. They get up there and they think they can. I mean, it's just what's that one? I used to like. I like the idea, the singing show, The Voice. All that is for the judges to keep their name out there, because they don't do anything with the winners. They don't do anything with them. They don't have any original content. If me and you are the people doing The Voice, and I'm doing it, I have my people, I'm all going to have like 30 songs written. So when we're done with the show, guess what? We could put an album out just like that. Instead of...
I like the one where it's got famous people that aren't singers singing in a big costume or something.
Yes, yes.
Disguise their voice.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. They're gonna run out.
Try to guess who they are.
Yeah, pretty soon that's me and you up there doing it. Who the hell are these idiots? You know what I'm saying? Seriously, running out.
No one wants to hear me sing.
They're running out. They're running out of idiots on the internet to do that kind of behavior. Be what do you want to call it? Lower than celebrities that go up there singing that have nothing better to do. So
Z celebrities.
Yeah, B celebrities that don't get no one cares about until they're on a show. Oh, I forgot. I thought he was dead. I thought Karl was dead. I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. New York Dan Stalking. That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it. I think.
But whatever. He's unassuming. But I like that we taught that lady, the 50s lady, about someone going to her Walgreens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she's commented on my stuff. So if I'm up in, if I was up in not Milwaukee, it's Minnesota.
Minneapolis. She's Minneapolis.
Yeah, if I was up in Minneapolis, I'm coming up to see you. I'd try to get a hold of her and say, "Hey, can we come over?" And
exactly.
You and I just wouldn't show up at the Walgreens.
Right.
Hey.
If you call me and say, "Hey, me and the wife are going to be in town at Mall of America," I'd say, "Sure, I'll meet you there." You know what I'm saying? What time do you want to meet you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, exactly. The same with her too. It's like, hey, me and Karl are going to be in town. You want to meet us at the Mall of America? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
she says no, totally respect it.
Right. Hey, me and Karl are going to be at the Mall of America on Saturday at 1 o'clock at what's that restaurant we talked about? That burger restaurant we talked about this on the cruise ship. It's at the Mall of America.
Oh yeah, Johnny Rockets.
Well, we'll buy you lunch. Me and Karl will be there, and if you want to come, by all means, we'll have a little meet up and have some fun.
Yeah.
But you don't decide not going to stalk her at her job or whatever. I mean, it's
so that's the only criticism I got for him is if you're going to try and meet somebody.
To me, it would be like, hey, I had 3 people come by my house. Didn't work for 2 of them. Got their asses whipped. But it's like some people, that was a little different. But I mean, Daily Woo will get recognized. He doesn't know how to respond. But it's like if I've had 3 people recognize me, and I go, yeah, I am Cowpote. You know what I'm saying? They recognized me on a light rail one day. One guy recognized me in the Illinois airport. And I go, hey, you Cowpote? I said, yes, I am. He goes, nice to meet you.
I mean, I do get it. If you've been watching for like a year, you start to feel like you know the person, but
right.
You really don't.
You don't, but people just can't help themselves. I've said before, the Huss, and also what's your name was getting stalked by somebody, Wandering Gypsy. Well, it's the way it works. You're a woman, the food's talking, it's moving, they want to touch the food. That's just the way it works. Men are what? Visual, right? Yeah. Women, and when they get emotional, that turns on the man. Oh my God, she's all, the one guy was like my age stalking her. It was kind of weird. I mean, but that's the way she goes when you're on YouTube. because it's a lower version of celebrities in their mind, and they watch people all the time. And there's a lot of YouTubers I like. There's, my Daily Grace was my favorite, my first YouTuber. I think she's got cancer, but she was a sweetheart. She was fun. She was fun to watch. I knew she was playing the character, but I watched her every time she came on. I would make comments. She's now kind of doing stuff on TikTok, but I'm sure you're not going to go stalk where the hell she lives, because I know she's a married woman, and I know she had cancer. But, I see a lot of women on there. I always comment, keep up the good work. Carolyn RV, I get it, keep working hard, but she gets stalked by, what's his name, real hard. Line screw.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
He likes to audit her. He likes to audit her.
He dogs her all the time.
Yeah, I
don't know.
He likes to audit her all the time. That's what he does. He's a Canuck, and he likes to just, you talk about it. He's just kind of weird. It's like me auditing Wonder Hussy all of a sudden. Just every 5 videos, I do a video about Wonder Hussy bitching about her. It's just strange. I'll promote her and I'll say go listen to her, but I'm surely not going to go, that dumb bitch. I got better things to do. I'm not going to sit there. Carolyn RV, I get it. She's trying to make it on her own, but she's just, again, the money's not there anymore. It's just not, because she got too political, and it's like people don't want to hear that behavior. They want to see you go places. I tell that to Carolyn. Don't bitch about Trump. Don't do how I see it. Just go do something substantial. But, when you want to bitch and you want to have a platform, I get it. But I don't know. It's hard to say, That's too bad about that one guy. Did you know that Desert Drifter, that guy? Did you ever hear about him?
The who?
Desert Drifter. He died at age 36.
I didn't know.
He passed away. I saw the thing on MSN. So he died in a car wreck. He had a head injury, and he finally passed away. It was too bad. Nice man. His last video I watched, he goes, what he's going to be doing in 2025, and he goes, good Lord willing. That's what he said. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
You just don't know.
Yeah. So he died.
Something you need to do. You need to make sure you do it.
Yeah. Too bad. Good YouTuber, man. He was a good man. He was always out in the desert, and it's too bad. But anyways, I don't know. You hate to see that kind of behavior go on, but it is what it is. So I don't know. But what are you going to do, right? When it's time to go, it's time to go, right?
Yeah, I've been gifted.
Mm-hmm. Every day I wake up and I can feel pain. I can be blessed, man. I can see, I can hear, I can walk, I can talk.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Christopher Reeve's documentary on him? The guy was like just a talking head. That's all he was. When he died, there was nothing going on. He finally died of an infection, but he was a world-class actor and athlete, and all of a sudden broke his neck.
Yeah, but I don't think I really ever heard him complaining about it.
No, a lot of people are walking because of him.
He did good. He raised money for the stuff he was at.
Yep.
There again, it happened to him later in life, so he knew what he was missing.
Right. No, it was a good documentary on the guy. He got around and did a lot of people are walking because of him. So, because of his disability, but, he did what he did the best he could. His wife, okay, stood behind him. Then she died of cancer like a year and a half later, lung cancer. Never smoked a day in her life. Never smoked a day in her life.
20% of people who never smoke will get it.
Yeah, I got a good friend of mine at the airport. He died 2019. Great guy. And he had lung cancer. Never smoked. He would smoke a cigar once in a while, but he never really smoked. And casual drinker, and he worked out. I finally sent him home, but a week before he died, I said, you gotta go home. I said, you're not gonna work here, try to be dispatched. I said, you go home, and you gotta get better. He died a week later, and I'm like, no, because he just did not. Go home, talk to your daughter, because he was just gaunt, and he did not. I love the guy. I think of him all the time, and he was a great guy and a great worker. And I said, hey, you've lived a good life. I said, and I knew another guy who was a gay man who died of lung cancer, and we were in the shuttle one day, and I go, hey, how's your health? He turned to me, and he goes, shook his head. He goes, Cowboy, it's back, and it's not any better. He was dead 2 weeks. He was dead 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later, he goes, it's back again. He just turned around and looked at me, and he goes, it's back, Cowboy, it's not any better. And I will never forget walking out of a gas station, and he popped into my mind, his presence. And then I heard the following day, at work that he had died. So like at 3:00 in the morning. So he literally came to me at 3:00. I mean, his presence to me came to me. It was weird because all of a sudden he came into my mind. His whole, but it was weird because he died like at 3:00. It was like 3:15. Like he, all of a sudden I remember thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? Just a great guy. He was a gay man. I didn't care. I went to his wedding when he got married. He wanted to get married. Just a great guy, but he died of cancer. And he goes, just turned to me and looked at me in his chair, and he goes, "It's back, and it's not, and it's worse." I'm like, damn it, because he beat it. Yeah, I knew another guy too as well. Nice guy. He had cancer taken out in his neck, and he looked at me at work too, and he goes, "The son of a bitch is back," and it got into his bones. And he goes, "It's in my bones now, cowboy." And he was in pain, and it took him a week and a half. He was gone. Once he gets your bones, you're done. It's over. You're done.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to try and get it before it travels.
Right. Well, I appreciate you calling. What?
Yep.
Anything else you want to talk? Anything else you want to talk about or not?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
This will be out tomorrow, so.
Yeah, we'll be able to hear Blind Views tonight. See what he's got to say.
Oh, that's right. He does his Thursday night.
Yeah.
He does his extravaganza tonight.
See what the King's got to say. Yeah. He either likes me or hates me. It's up to him. I don't care. I think he's all right.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. But I do what I want.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You're a grown-ass man. Anyways, Karl, thanks for calling into the show. My two dogs are in here right now. Chloe and Shelby. Chloe and Coco are in here sniffing around me.
Are they fighting?
No, not yet. They like to play fight. Chloe's been humping her elephant lately.
You got to get that up.
I know. I'm trying to. When she does it right, I'm going to say nomadic humping Blind Views. So when she does it, so she'll do it once in a while. She'll hump. I used to have Sammy, my dog, my first Pomeranian. She used to hump her cow across the room. Big time. I mean, she would hump all back and forth. She was unbelievable. That woman would go nuts. It was a cow I bought her at Cub Food for $3, and she just loved that thing, and she'd hump it to no one's business. So she loved that. When she died, I buried her in her coffin with the animal. Because it was Chloe. We call it Carol the cow. It was, so she loved Carol the cow. So,
yeah.
But hi Coco. Karl says hello. Karl with a K.
Yeah, Karl with the K.
That's right. We were on a cruise one day, and it was a couple at the age, probably 62, wealthy guy, and I turned to his wife, and her name is Kathy. My ex-fiance was with a C, right? So I turned to her and I go, with a C or K? And her husband goes, does it matter? And she turned to him like you would not believe, like she was ready to kill him. Yes, it does matter. You should know better. And she goes, with a K. Because it's, like Patty is spelled different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a joke. They're at a reunion, and she goes, it's Ann with an E. So the dude gives her a name tag, and it's ENN. I'm like, that's what you get for being like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think I'll put New York Dan's Stalking. New York Dan, I'll put that in there. I'll put New York Dan Stalking. So
make sure he's in the title. He loves that.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's hilarious. He's doing that. He'd be fun to meet. He'd be fun to meet in New York. He'd be hilarious. Meet there for a day downtown and hang out with him. And do some walk around New York. Meet him, do a show together. It'd be hilarious. Do some videos. But he's a good shit. You and him are my two favorite haters, and I did what's his name, Grifter Anonymous. I did give him a follow. We'll see if he does some more stuff. I love these trolling Blind Views.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Grifter, so we'll see.
Man, who knows? So, anyways, what are you guys doing? You guys want to go with Mama, knock on the door, and she'll come get you guys. Just don't look at me. I'm doing a podcast, world famous Fear-Mongering Radio. So,
yeah.
Anyways, Karl, thanks for calling in the show.
I'm glad you took my call.
You betcha. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, there he goes. He's off and running. Karl. It's always good to have Karl on. But it is funny to hear New York Dan. Oh, it's so good. It's so good to hear New York Dan stalking right along here. But anyways, Fear-Mongering Radio will do exactly a 190-minute long audio version here. And New York Dan stalking, Sarasota Tim, rest in peace, Desert Grifter. Take my drugs here, drop my drawers, and we always appreciate everybody that follows all the way through. What are you doing, Chloe? What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Mama will come get you. Oh, the drugs. There you go. Perfect. I'll go see Mama. Go see her. Anyways, guys. Get the drugs all done. We appreciate Karl. New York Dan, keep stalking. That's all we're asking. Keep on doing it, bitch boy. We always appreciate it. We always do.
Alright, man, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo. I really appreciate you guys out there very, very much.
But, yeah. Let's get Eyes of Glory in here. Eyes of Glory. Appreciate everybody that listens to the songs I've been putting up, having some fun with that. And the girls are in here. Come here, girls. Come here. I'll let you go out. Come here. Let's go. Hang on. Go ahead. Outside. Go. Get out. Get. There you go. Let me get them out of the room. All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Just appreciate everybody out there, man. Yahoo, because I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. We appreciate everybody out there, man. All you guys do for us. Without you, we have a little nothing at all, man. Even though I was a Deaf Dodger, man. Goddamn right, man. Yahoo. All right, man.
Anyways, Eyes of Glory. Let's get her done, shall we? That's right. Remember, the military man, as the troll says, stormed those beaches. Damn right they did. Stormed them. 1 and 2, snap the necks to Krauts. And they freed the Jews from a tyranny. We all have the hunch and his behavior going on. Shame on him. It is what it is. So we appreciate everybody out there. Without you, little nothing all. Forgotten Vietnam. All of Afghanistan. Desert Storm. Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, National Guard, Coast Guard, in and out of uniform. Thank you so much. Well, make good choices in your life. If you don't like 2 men having sex, you can't watch 2 women. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? Condom, please. Birth control pills. Smashing gas, gentle damn thrill pill trying to forbid unwanted pregnancies. That's all we're asking. Make good choices. Be in good places. Bad choice. Don't call from jail. Don't drink and drive. Call someone or more. Call New York Dan. Call the young lady in Minnesota. Just call someone. That's all we're asking. From the outskirts. Fear-Mongering Radio. Sarasota Timmer. Stalker. New York Dan stalking. Ladies and gentlemen, this voice and this podcast, Fear Keep on Radio. Out!